Shop it till I drop it like a body. Call of Duty all throughout the lobby. We going to war for these racks. We dropping the bomb for them bags. Shop it till I drop it like a body. Call of Duty all throughout the lobby. My brother hit me up to say he needs some work. I just put some money on my own books.
Greetings!
No, you can't be messing up. Diamonds on my wrist, you know it's like a flood. Money coming in from different countries. Wow.
Yeah.
I just got some red, it's time to pay the town. When I'm overseas, they like to call me Caesar.
I like that. Good morning.
Like it's people.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
See, I'm moving in silence. All you see is the violence. There's a war going on. All you see is the riot. You better get prepared for the heat. And after the war comes the peace. I told my brother I'll be here when he get home. Hey, think it's time for me to buy another phone. We going to war for the rats. We dropping the bomb for the bags. Shopping till I drop it like a body. Call of Duty all throughout the lobby. We going to war for these rats.
Yeah.
We dropping the bomb.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Shopping till I drop it like a body.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Let's get started.
Crossing river.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back.
It's like I'm stuck in time. It's like a curse.
It is really.
And I can't escape it. It's like deja vu. It's me, Zeus. It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. The algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies if they text me. I say it with my chest cause I'm in it.
Here we go.
Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited.
Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Yes.
Shit was radical.
Oh,
very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's
Oh.
like deja vu. It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
Of course.
It's like deja vu.
Right.
It's deja vu when I'm running up the
They always
racks.
say that
I'm
about
like
me.
the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. It's return of the man, they say I'm off the rails.
Oh, yeah, they
I
do.
can't wait for you, I get it for myself. So many places to be, I got plenty.
Hey.
Like you did it before we start trending. Don't mistake me for a lame or a goofy. Rockstar life ends like a movie.
Hollywood, Hollywood, where you be at? I remember when I used to drive a Fiat. Now they looking for me like a Ray Epps. It's a conspiracy how I keep on getting checks. It really is too.
Feeling like I've been here before. Deja vu is hitting me to the core. Memories flashing back once more. I'm feeling like
Good morning from Colorado.
Yeah, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. I feel like I'm stuck in time.
I am back.
It's deja vu. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Lovely to see each and every single one of you.
It's deja vu. It's a never ending
Thank you so much.
It's deja vu.
Miss Boss Eva. Thank you, Miss Boss. Welcome, moderators. It's lovely to have you all back.
It's like every week I gotta take out the trash.
It's like every week, ladies and gentlemen, every week we got to take out the trash. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Back by popular demand, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on my main account to once again bring down this heavy hammer of truth. By the way, before I dive in, I must say it again. Special shout out to my good friends April. All right. Many of you, I don't know if you know who she is, and Shay. I don't know if you know who she is. But listen, while I was having issues with my modem, it took a while to figure out. These two rose to the occasion. And actually, there were others who volunteered their accounts. And they said, Zeus, whatever it takes, we're going to help make sure you get out here and keep bringing the message because it's needed. All right. And I want to thank them for stepping up and helping to get the message out. So if you can, I don't know if they're here, ladies and gentlemen, but please make sure you give April and Shay a nice round of applause. All right. I mean, because I wasn't going to go live if it wasn't for them. I wasn't going to go live, and I'm being dead serious. I was going to take as much time off as I could and just sit back in the comments section and watch it all go down. I know they were going to carry the message, but they did an excellent job, and they motivated me and they re-inspired me. You too, Miss Boss Diva, attacking. Thank you. I'm not thanking everyone that's been involved in helping to keep me going, but they re-inspired Zeus to get back out here and continue to tell the truth. Greetings. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. All right. So, for those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? They call me Triple H because I'm the most honest person on social media. Look, I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God. All right. The next H is because I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me. Listen, if I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize, all right? I know a lot of people are in their feelings on this app. Just because you're in your feelings doesn't mean Zeus is wrong, all right? There's a big difference. I got to say this. Just because you don't like what I'm saying, it doesn't mean that I'm wrong, okay? But if I'm really wrong, please, by all means, alert me and let me know what exactly I am wrong about, and I will listen. I will make concessions. I'm not one of these egomaniacs. Listen, a lot of these folks out here, these content creators, they're afraid. They're afraid to be a Triple H because they don't know what it's like to get it wrong, all right, and have to deal with consequences. I do. I'm not afraid to deal with consequences. I understand when you deal with your consequences, it actually turns you into a better human being and makes you a better person. It's not always about being right. All right, or as my good friend Poker Dad likes to ask me, Zeus, would you like to be right or would you like to be righteous? And that's a delicate dance that I've always had to work on. All right, so that's how humble I am. And the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain what? The most handsome. I really am the most handsome, and there's nobody more handsome than me, all right? Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who aren't familiar with what we do on this side of TikTok, let me explain. Yes, Toy, I am back. We hold the right and their leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes, all right? And we can't be kind to MAGA anymore. We can't be, because we used to be kind, ladies and gentlemen, but the gloves are off, right?
Everyone knows he's, and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago.
I wouldn't have
said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off.
The gloves are off.
The jar has been opened.
The jar is open. And Donald Trump single-handedly opened up this jar, this can of what we like to call whoop ass, all right? I shouldn't be cussing. I got to keep it clean, all right? Donald Trump single-handedly opened up this jar. And I'm here to make sure that if it does get closed, I close it. So listen up, if you're a Trump supporter, I'm going to give you a heads up. If you don't like the truth, this is your opportunity to leave this live, all right? If you're a person out here living in fear, all right? And you got a lot of these folks out here living in fear, hiding behind, thank you, Chrissy Marie, for the subscription. You know, that's a great way to reward Zeus. Listen, especially on my first day back on the account. Well, technically it was yesterday. If you're living in fear, if you're crying about immigration issues going on in this country, if you're crying about inflation and all of those things, and you think President Biden is doing a terrible job, I'm talking to your special behind. Go ahead and pack your bags and leave this live because it's about to get real uncomfortable for you. All right? But listen, you don't got to take my word for it. What? Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
right.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And that's one of the very rare times I actually agree with the former president. If you're sitting in the United States of America complaining about President Biden, right? And you're crying about what's going on in this world. You know, yesterday I was in a live yesterday and they were talking about the conflict that's going on in Israel, you know. And, you know, there's a lot of different belief systems out here that I want to make sure folks understand and understand where I come from. Because, you know, when I talk in these lives, they like to overtalk me. If you want to sit here in the United States and complain about what this country is and isn't doing, then just pack your bags and go to the country of your choice. I don't think it's healthy to sit back and listen to people moan and groan and complain about all these other issues going on in different parts of the world. And then they're going to sit their behinds here on social media, out here on TikTok, in what I want to call privilege. They told me I was privileged, and, you know, I might be privileged, but we're all privileged to be able to live in the United States and express our opinions, express our beliefs, and not have to really worry about consequences unless, you know, you do something illegal. We're all privileged here in the United States. All right. And I think that's something that we all should stand for and fight for. But when I hear people living it that say, I'm an American, but I don't want to fight for America, you know what I say to you? You ain't nothing but a traitor. How dare you sit here in the lap of luxury and not be ready to stand up and fight for the freedoms you are living and enjoy. You'd rather give up your life for a cause in another part of the world than to sit here, boots on the ground, and fight for what's keeping you alive right now. It doesn't make sense to Zeus. Listen, I believe in a lot of different things, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the things I believe in, it would scare you. All right? Yeah, I'm a black man in the United States of America. You don't think I got some dark thoughts in my mind? You don't think I could be considered radical? But one thing I want to make clear, I'm not a fool about what country I'm living in. I am not going to fight for a cause that's going on in North Korea, China, Mexico, Canada. I live in the United States. It starts there. If you want to make change happen, start where you're at. And stop living in fear. All right, now speaking of fear, ladies and gentlemen, I want to speak on this before I get into today's topics. Today is Friday the 13th, right? Today is really Friday the 13th, right? And I went into Snuggles Live yesterday, and not just him, a lot of folks on the right, and all they're doing is pushing fear. Zeus, it's Friday the 13th. There's protests that are going to take place all over the world in response to this conflict in Israel. Zeus, this world is going to burn. We got migrants coming in. This is what they do. Well, Snuggles, I got something to say to you, Snuggles. Go on the internet. There's over 22 days, 22 holidays today, Friday the 13th. I'll give you an example. Today's National Ancestors Day. International Day for Disaster Reduction. English Language Day, all right? And if you're real freaky, ladies and gentlemen, listen, there's another holiday I want to make sure we all know. Let me see, because this one really made, National Train Your Brain Day. National Herpes Awareness Day. Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day. International Skeptics Day, ladies and gentlemen, all right? But where's the one that I wanted to make sure? Oh, Navy Birthday Day. Vet Nurse Day. And so National Yorkshire Pudding Day. Pick a day to celebrate. Don't just sit here and get radicalized by listening to Fox News and these right-wing media sources that you claim you don't trust, but then somehow you conveniently trust when it's time to have conversations, real conversations, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure we give Snuggles and all these radical Republican MAGA folks their first round of booze and shame. Oh, wait, today is National National No Bra Day. I forgot to say that one, right? Today's National No Bra Day. All right, so listen up. If you're into that kind of freaky stuff, all right, go for it, all right? It's your day. And don't be sitting out here living in fear. All right, listen. This fear, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely coming from a place of understanding, though, all right? I get it. There's heightened security alerts going on all around the world in response to the conflict. There's protests going on, all right, in response to the Israel and Palestine conflict. We also have a speakerless house. We also have COVID-19, immigration, inflation, religion as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll even go one step further. There's fear about TikTok. Yes, I heard them crying. Yes, the European Union, ladies and gentlemen, they're reaching out to TikTok and they're saying, we got to stop all of this misinformation about Israel and Hamas on our platform. And folks are freaking out. All right, but I want to make sure we all understand this one thing about fear. Fear is what most people, they default to fear when they don't have information. Fear to me shows ignorance. It shows a lack of understanding, all right? And when you live in fear, you make a lot of nasty and dangerous decisions based off of fear. You think you get what I'm trying to say? So when you find yourself being afraid, I want you to really ask yourself why you're afraid and not jump to any conclusions and do anything that's going to cause you more harm. A good example of what fear can do to you. Think about those folks, ladies and gentlemen, who, because they thought the election was stolen, they were fearful of President Biden being president. They got radicalized by Donald Trump and they showed up to the United States Capitol on January 6th and threw their freedom away based on a lie. This is why I'm telling you folks, stop believing anybody that's pushing fear. Not one time in everything that I've been saying to you have I told you to be afraid. No, educate yourself, be informed, and understand what the motivation is behind the message. All right? And quit relying on other people to do your homework. Thank you for the hat. And this is the problem with Donald Trump and his supporters. All right. Now, we got a couple of things to take on today. I know we got some birthdays to celebrate. Takesha, are you here? Grumpy Monk, are you here? For the Great, are you here? All right, I just want to make sure you're here. We want to hear from you, but then at the end of this show, we're going to definitely sing happy birthday. All right, so let's get into the first topic, ladies and gentlemen. The House Speaker chaos. Don't boo me. Would you rather me lie? I'm not going to lie to you. House Republicans are so amusingly inept that if the stakes weren't so high, their inability to select and confirm a speaker would just be hilarious. Yeah, it's a clown show. However, because the role of the House of Representatives is not limited to incompetently investigating Hunter Biden and providing comic relief, right? The current impasse over who should lead the chamber will have to be resolved at some point. Yes, as we have predicted, there's never been much of a chance that the House would play a productive role in government with this particular group of Republicans in control. And we use the word control loosely. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, from the very beginning, it was clear that the House would be ruled by chaos and not a speaker. Sure, after 15 rounds of voting for nasty Kevin McCarthy, right? 15 rounds. They voted for Kevin. I know. After 15 rounds, Kevin McCarthy finally got to hold the gavel for a few months. But that was always only going to last for as long as the House didn't have to take on any meaningful votes. In fact, it was a bit of a surprise that he even managed to survive the debt ceiling earlier this year. McCarthy wasn't going to get lucky twice, though, ladies and gentlemen. So the second time that he relied on the House Democrats to pass a measure Vital to the United States economy, it doomed him. This is the part that doomed him. In the 10 days since he got booted, Republicans have demonstrated that they are incapable of finding a replacement from within their own ranks. That's true. Although he barely won a vote, making him the official nominee, Majority Leader Steve Scalise realized within a day that he was never going to get the required 217 Republicans to back him, which is why he abandoned his request to become Speaker late yesterday night. In fact, it seemed increasingly unlikely that anybody could get the backing of enough GOP lawmakers to become the Speaker. Jim Jordan, hey, he might try next. He would certainly have less trouble consolidating the sizable right-wing nut jobs, right? He would. However, uniting behind him would also symbolize a capitulation to the radicals who keep holding the GOP conference hostage until they get what they want. That's not a good look. It's really not. And it might even be a bridge too far for the new and often spineless GOP moderates that are left in the House, right? And then there's the Donald Trump option. You know, they're saying Donald Trump should be the Speaker of the House. Several GOP lawmakers have floated his name and somebody who could unite Republicans, right? Making the former president the current Speaker seems like what we call a dumb and outrageous idea that nobody could possibly consider, right? We all think having Donald Trump as the Speaker of the House is a dumb and outrageous idea. However, a dumb and outrageous idea is the sweet spot for the entire affair. So don't rule out this possibility of the idea of being entertained, especially if Trump, who would love to be viewed as the savior, stokes the flame. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up by saying this. In the end, nothing will come of this. An actual circus clown, ladies and gentlemen, a circus clown would be better at the job than the former president. And eventually, everybody must come to the conclusion that this makes absolutely no sense. What's going on in the GOP party right now makes absolutely no sense. And I do firmly agree. A circus clown, all right? The only difference between Donald Trump right now and a circus clown, if you ask me, is I would say the hair, but I think Trump's hair is fake too. The orange, the makeup, they both wear makeup. I think the only thing different between Donald Trump and a circus clown, which is why I think a circus clown would do a better job, is that most likely the circus clown doesn't have 4 indictments and 91 felonies, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving the GOP, Donald Trump, a round of booze and shame, right? We got to give them some booze and shame today because this is the real Friday the 13th, Snuggles, MAGA. This is the real Friday the 13th. So let's give them their daily doses of booze and shame. These folks ain't nothing but some traitors. They don't care about the democracy. They don't care about the United States. All they care about is promoting their radical agenda, all right? Whatever they want to refer to it as. All I know is it's definitely an authoritarian, fascist agenda, no matter how you try to make it look. And I do see that there's some dissension in the comments, right? I see there's some dissension in the comments. There's some dissension in the ranks. We got Trump supporters in here still crying. Listen up, MAGA. Didn't you hear what I said earlier? I told you to listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
I haven't asked this question in a long time. Is there anybody here forcing MAGA to stay in the United States? By a show of hands, are any of you forcing MAGA to stay in the United States? Anybody out here forcing Donald Trump and his supporters to stay here? I'm curious because you're going to sit here and complain about the country that you were born in, the country that's provided you all the opportunities you got. The same country, these folks, they like to hang out at McDonald's and Carl's Jr. and Burger King. The same country that gave you these lovely restaurants. You're going to sit here and complain because you can't handle Joe Biden? What's your real issue? Joe Biden, he ain't even been in the country. He hasn't even been president for 4 years. You mean to tell me you could handle all the other presidents except Joe Biden? Joe Biden was the one person that convinced you to become a domestic terrorist. Have you lost your minds? This is why I tell folks, these Trump supporters, I tell you, something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with them up here. They think they're intelligent, but they really not. Right? Really not. Let's move on to my next topic, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So this is in response to the attack in Israel. And I just want to highlight just how presidential President Biden is. All right. This is a very moving story. All right. Midway through one of his forceful speeches yesterday in his presidency, Joe Biden noticed a woman in the audience had teared up. This woman, she started crying. He stopped and looked at Sheila Katz, one of the Jewish leaders gathered at the White House just 4 days after the Hamas terrorist attack slaughtered more than 1,300 people in Israel, including young children. Somebody yesterday told me that there weren't children harmed. I don't know if this was true, but according to what I'm hearing, children were harmed over there on both sides. And this is what President Biden said. He walked up to her and said, "You okay, kiddo?" He asked, pausing behind the lectern he'd been pounding as he described taking his children to see the Nazi death camps, right? I felt really seen. This is what she said. I felt really seen by President Biden. The CEO of the National Council of Jewish Women recalled in an interview, in that moment, to have the president of our country pause his remarks to check on me, it was really moving. This is powerful. Not everyone at the White House is okay these days. Hamas attack has shaken the administration that feels a deep emotional bond with Israel and the Jewish community. Biden and members of his team, some of whom have family members in Israel, have been grieving over reports of hostages taking and the mass unalivings. They're juggling ordinary White House business with a crisis that's anything but, all the while coordinating a response to a war that has upended the Middle East. Quote, "We're bracing ourselves for what comes next," said a White House aide who, like others, spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss how colleagues are coping with the war. So I bring this story up because I want folks to really understand what being presidential looks like. And this is why I support President Biden. This man, he has risen to the occasion. And while still putting America first and taking care of his duties, the man has a heart. You see a woman crying in distress, you stop your speech and you go and check on her. Are you okay? What greater act of kindness and humanity for a president to be able to display with all of this going on? All right. So I want to make sure we give President Biden a round of applause. All right. For being real presidential. All right. And I want that to be in the minds of all of you. When you hear people out here trying to disparage President Biden and say he's a terrible person, I want you to know this is the president who stopped his speech to console a woman that was grieving. He didn't have to, and he did. He's not making this about himself. He's making it about the United States and the people that are impacted by this. And he still has a heart, unlike other people we know who have definitely demonstrated that they're everything but presidential. All right. So I wanted to make sure we drew attention to that. All right. Now let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right. From MAGA to Gaza. Here we go. So while we have President Biden being real presidential, we got the other circus leader, the clown of the day, Donald Trump, who says Donald Trump is claiming that the Gaza war is all about him. And at this point, that staggering narcissism is no surprise, right? Let's give Donald Trump first round of booze and shame. This is why I do what I do every morning. And this is why I don't have kid gloves on when I talk to anybody that says that they vote for Donald Trump. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and he didn't want to acknowledge that if you vote for Donald Trump, you are endorsing everything Donald Trump does. He didn't want to take on that liability, but I told him, go check in with your family members, all right? And you're going to find out they don't respect you, because if they know Donald Trump and everything he does, then they're going to also have to have the conversation with themselves that, hey, the person I'm with, my father, my brother, they might think it's okay to do the things Donald Trump does, right? Donald Trump is a human chaos machine. He will never stop, at least not until outside forces stop him, and I firmly believe that. Chaos is a defining feature of fascism and authoritarianism. It helps create the societal upheaval under which people can be convinced to abandon democracy and embrace autocratic behavior and dictators. During his time as president, Trump created chaos and uncertainty, both as a function of his own mercurial nature and overall mental instability, and not to mention his laziness, and as part of a larger, partly conscious plan to undermine the country's governing institutions, norms, values, and political culture. Trump's chaos campaign, with its open and direct threats of violence and intimidation against the MAGA movement perceived enemies, is central to his attempt to win back the White House in 2024, even as he faces 4 potential criminal trials that could put him in prison for the rest of his life. His civil trial in New York for decades of alleged fraud is likely, and this is what I want the Trump supporters who keep saying, Donald Trump, he should run the country like he ran his business. This is what I want you to keep in mind. His civil trial in New York for decades of alleged fraud is likely to result in the death and dismemberment of his business empire. Let's go ahead and put his behind out of business. He doesn't deserve to be in business in the United States. No. He is, of course, lashing out against any and all attempts to hold him accountable for his long career of serious alleged crimes. He has threatened the judges and the prosecutors involved in his various cases, up to, and including special counsel Jack Smith, all right, Attorney General Merrick Garland, Fani Willis, Alvin Bragg, and the Justice Department and the FBI. Thank you, attacking. Donald Trump's chaos strategy has also been embraced by the Republican Party and larger conservative movement. This is why when I see somebody and they say, I'm not MAGA, I'm a conservative, you're MAGA. If you voted for Trump, you're MAGA, period. Stop trying to sound intelligent. Stop trying to see, I'm not MAGA, I just voted for Trump. No, I've been to school. Maybe you haven't. All right, but listen, I got something simpler for you to understand. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, well, darn it, it's a duck. Discredit and delegitimize the very idea of government, rendering it increasingly dysfunctional and unable to respond properly to the many challenges facing America and the world. Look at what MAGA has going on right now in the House. We don't even have a speaker, and that's 100% MAGA's fault. I've been to school. Maybe you haven't. Tell them, Jessica. Trump's agenda, 47 Project 2025, and the Red Caesar Plan, now popular on the right, represent what? An effort to president de facto right-wing dictators as the, quote, solution to the chaos and tumult in the Republican Fascist Party. And they created this themselves. You know, these folks, they say we need to you talk to these folks, we need to overthrow the government, and then what? Replace it with another government. You think about what you're saying. You're going to get rid of a government because you don't like government and put a new government in. Why waste your effort to do that, right? You're going to get the same situation. You think if you don't like this government, for instance, right, and you want an authoritarian government, you want fascism, you don't have to destroy this one and rebuild it. You can just get on an airplane and fly to a country of your choice that has the government you prefer. Like I asked earlier, is there anybody holding Donald Trump and his supporters here in the United States hostage? Is there anybody here holding MAGA hostage? And everyone says no. You don't need to destroy this government to get the government you want. Just get on an airplane and fly your behind over there to Russia. Fly your behind on over there to China or North Korea. Go to Mexico. Go anywhere you want. And trust me, I guarantee you when you get there, you'll be begging to come back to the United States and be with President Biden. I know you will. All right, listen. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's join me in giving Donald Trump another round of boos and shame for showing the world his path of chaos and destruction and bringing it front and center that MAGA is the party that is supporting this and destroying our country. So let's give them their daily doses of boos and shame once again, because they've been exposed and we all know what they are: liars and hypocrites and fake Christians. Now we're going to wrap it up with my last and final topic. I'm so sorry I can't battle, or I can't battle. Many of you know one of my favorite topics to cover is what's happened to the folks who participated in the commonly referred to as peaceful protest, right? They call it a peaceful protest. The tourist visit that went awry, right? Or as many of the folks that I associate with, we call it what it was: an insurrection. I cover what happened to those folks who participated in the attack on the Capitol. I cover it because I think it's something that first of all, I enjoy it, but I also think it's very important to tell the story of these people so that the American people out there who don't know what's going on know what the consequences are for following Donald Trump. Like I've always said, if you support Donald Trump, jail will be your option. Good morning, moderate Democrat. And if you don't get your soul right, hell will be your option. Hell will be your future. So let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Who is Shane Jenkins, a Texas man who smashed Capitol windows with a tomahawk axe on January 6th, who was sentenced to 17 years. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right, let's see. Let's look at this. You can see it right there. Look into his eyes. The MAGA demon is raging. You can see that MAGA demon, huh? He's proud. He's proud to be a traitor for Donald Trump. You'll never hear anything about anybody who supports Biden doing this crap, by the way. You can talk as much trash as you want about President Biden, but I guarantee you this, MAGA, you'll never, ever find out anybody loved Biden so much that they were willing to go to the Capitol and do what Mr. Shane and many of his friends did. Thank you, attacking. All right? And as I read this story, I want you all to count the number of times I mentioned Nancy Pelosi, all right? Count the number of times I mentioned Nancy Pelosi, all right? In a D.C. courtroom verdict that aimed to send a clear message about the consequences of attacking the United States Capitol on January 6th, Shane Jenkins, a 46-year-old animal from Texas, was sentenced to 7 years in prison, ladies and gentlemen. Jenkins' actions during the siege, including attempting to smash a Capitol window with a metal tomahawk and hurling makeshift weapons at police officers, were considered both violent and destructive. Jenkins has also found himself in the spotlight for his association with a website that sells merchandise portraying jailed rioters as political prisoners. So he clearly learned that grift part from Donald Trump, right? If you're gonna break the law, might as well make some money off of it, right, Shane? The website not only showcases Jenkins, but also promotes slogans like, quote, "Free the J6 political prisoners," and, quote, "Want my vote? Help the J6ers." It features the notorious mugshot of the former President Donald Trump over the words, "Indicted, we stand." This is the most, out of all the stories that I've read, Ange, out of all the stories that I've read, Shane Jenkins has to be one of the most disturbing. At least when the Proud Boys were getting sentenced and, paying for theirs, they had a lot of remorse. They didn't go this far. Shane, ultimate MAGA. I have a lot of people I know, they call themselves ultimate MAGA. This is ultimate MAGA. Demon. This is ultimate MAGA demonic forces. So if you, I can't even go there. I got to let other folks speak on this. Prosecutors expressed concern over the money generated from the website's merchandise sales. With Jenkins collecting, you want to know how much Jenkins made off of MAGA? Oh, he didn't make just $10,000. He didn't make $50,000. He didn't just make $100,000. Shane Jenkins, he cleared $118,000 in donations through his fundraising platform. This is what it was, all a grift. In the court filings, they accused him of capitalizing on his involvement in the January 6th events to build a brand for financial gain, stating, quote, "Far from contemplating the harm he caused, examining his conscience, feeling shame for his actions, and resolving to change, Jenkins has chosen to use his January 6th status to garner money and attention." All right. U.S. District Judge, ladies and gentlemen, who delivered Jenkins' sentence, condemned his actions and the exploitation of his role in the riot. The judge firmly rejected the notion that Jenkins and other jailed rioters are political prisoners who cannot receive a fair trial. The judge emphasized, quote, "Nothing could be further from the truth. It is all on video." So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open up the boxes, all right? I'm going to open up these boxes. But before I do, let me open up the boxes now, all right? Oh, it's already open. Before I do, ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Shane Jenkins, the most deranged MAGA animal I read about, there's probably more, who attacked law enforcement, who doesn't back the blue in real life, he only says it online, who capitalized on his crimes, which were inspired by Donald Trump. Join me in sending Mr. Jenkins off the old-fashioned way. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. There's no unity. I got this friend of mine. His name is Snuggles. Thank you, brother Z-Pot. Walking around here on TikTok asking Democrats. He's a MAGA. He's in a MAGA cult right now, and God bless him because he's going through something real personal, and I'm there for him every step of the way because I don't want nothing bad to happen to him. But when it comes to this politics, he's wrong. He's flat out wrong. And no, I will not be uniting with you on anything MAGA. And you can take that to the bank. Seditionists, treasonous criminals, traitors, thugs, harassers, and abusers, sexual assaulting, MAGA-possessed demonic force individuals. You and I could never come together. All right? And I'm saying that like my good friend, brother Swervin says. I'm saying that with my whole chest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box. You know the rules, especially on the morning show, The Closet of Truth. I'm willing to have conversations with MAGA and explore the lie. But in the morning show, I don't want any lies. So if you feel inspired today to send a guest request and come up here and want to challenge me on something, just sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast because only truth will be permitted. All right? I have not lied to you about a single thing. All right? And none of my panelists are going to be allowed to lie either. You need to sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. I don't care if you're in your car today crying, because you heard what I said. Yes, Zeus called us traitors. He said we're all fake Christians and hypocrites. Ooh, and you're crying. I don't care. I really don't. All right? Let's get to the first panelist. All right? Let's bring up our first guest, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my good friend, brother.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
How do I do the thing where we go side by side? I think I like that idea better. How do I do the side by side?
I think you have to tap on your guest request box.
Mm-hmm.
And when you tap on it, you'll see your name.
Yeah.
Then to the right of that, see a square?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I like this better, okay? It makes it a little more intimate, all right?
I don't know if I really want to be that intimate with you, Zeus.
Oh, no. We're coming together.
I'll take my chances.
We're going to come together.
I'll take my chances. It's all good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Swervin.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We're ready. Let's rock and roll.
I hadn't seen you in a few days. I mean, I was in the lives that you were on, and thank you to April and Shay for helping you out, and also for all the. I know we got some birthday wishes going out later on in the show. Happy birthday to those people. I believe Shay is in that group also. I think her birthday was this past weekend.
Oh, Shay, it's her birthday? I didn't know it was Shay's birthday.
I think it was this past weekend.
Oh,
was Shay's birthday.
Oh, I think we celebrated Shay's birthday.
Oh, we did? Oh, okay. I must have missed it then.
Right, Shay? We did yours last week. I'm like, wait a second.
Okay, well, I apologize, Shay. Happy belated birthday to you.
Good morning, everyone.
My bad. Okay. But no, so first of all, let me just say it's good to be back in the kingdom.
Thank you.
Secondly, Shane, you know what you can go do. Well, he's probably doing it anyway because, I hear that's what goes on in prison.
Right.
So he's probably doing it anyway. But the sheer crap show that we have going on right now in the House,
right.
One of the worst things that could happen would be Jim Jordan become Speaker of the House because you might as well have Donald Trump as Speaker of the House.
Right.
Because he's such a MAGA supporter, and he doesn't remember whether or not he made a phone call. Well, here's your voice on tape. Well, I don't remember that phone call.
Right.
Like how many more lies are you going to tell to the American people? You still haven't done anything to actually do anything for the American people. They spoke about this monumental legislation that they passed for border security when they were having a debate on ousting Kevin McCarthy. And I'm like, where is this monumental legislation that they passed? Like, it must have been under the debt ceiling that Joe Biden signed into law. So, and I heard that was bipartisan. So what are you sitting here lying about now?
Right.
And you know how Jim Jordan is. Hold on, we can't bring this bill to the floor. I got to call and check with my Lord and Savior and make sure it's okay with him.
He worships Donald Trump on his knees, probably his elbows too.
Yeah,
Full
yeah.
submission position.
It wouldn't at all shock me if he did, because that's just the way he seems to be. No matter who says what to him, no matter how much evidence, him and the rest of the MAGAs, no matter how much evidence they're faced with or presented with, it didn't happen. The world is picking on Donald Trump. The world is racist to Donald Trump. I'm like, what? What? Like, the world.
Can I ask you a question though, Swerving? Because this is something that's been perplexing to me. What do you say to people who vote for Donald Trump but say, I could support Donald Trump, but I don't have to be okay with the things he does, right? Whether it's him SAing women, being a fraud all his life, or being a criminal, right?
As far as I'm concerned, if you voted for him, then you endorse that candidate. You overlook the things that he's done because you have no moral compass.
Thank you.
Without that moral compass, I know a lot of people believe in Christianity and the Bible. I didn't really need a book to tell me how to be a good person. That's just my personal belief on it. I know how to be a good person. I have a moral compass, and that moral compass tells me that I shouldn't walk around grabbing women in the crotch.
Thank you.
That moral compass tells me that I should not be raw dogging a porn star and then lie about the payoff and try to hide it in my business dealings so I don't have to pay taxes on it. My moral compass tells me don't call somebody asking them to find you more votes when there are no more votes to be found. That's what my moral compass tells me to do. And I don't understand where their moral compass is at. They'll sit there and they'll make up look at Joe Biden sniffing their hair. I sniff my wife's hair every day. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Tell him. It's just ridiculous. And they can never prove anything. So what? He sniffs some kid's hair.
Tell him.
His head is right there when he hugs them. No big deal. They're the perverts that want it to be true because they want Joe Biden to be guilty of hurting children because they don't care about the own people in their own stable that are hurting their very own children.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
I'm just asking because there's a lot of Trump supporters who are out here saying I can support Donald Trump and I can also excuse his behavior at the same time.
No, but you can't have it both ways. You just can't. You're going to sit there and make up lies about Joe Biden, but you're going to excuse everything that Donald Trump did. You can't have it both ways. You just can't.
Thank you.
You just simply cannot. You're going to excuse this perversion, but then make up this perversion so you feel a little bit better about yourself, or you feel a little bit better about your candidate, or it makes it easier to ignore your candidate. No, it just doesn't work like that. You can't have it both ways. But
tell them, Swerve.
That's MAGA for you. What can I say?
Yeah, you're right.
So
listen, bro.
I heard my bell, Zeus. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. Good to be back in the kingdom. If I don't get a chance, you have a great weekend, my friend.
All right, you as well, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Brother Swerving. No lies. No lies detected. It's like my grandmother always says, tell the truth. And what? Shame the devil. Or in this case, shame MAGA. All right? You out here living in your feelings and spreading lies and misinformation? Sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. All right? Let's bring up our next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. All right. DJ Fly Guy, greetings. How are you doing, my friend? Going once? DJ Fly Guy, oh my gosh. It's not me, it's you. I think you might be on that MAGA Wi-Fi, perhaps, DJ Fly Guy. DJ Fly Guy, it seems like we're timing out. I'm going to have to move it on to the next one. All right, let's bring up our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, Sister Takesha.
Hey, Zeus.
Happy birthday.
It's tomorrow, but thank you.
This is Hollywood.
I understand. Listen, Zeus, I'm very ashamed of the Republican Party.
Let's get it in.
Because when have we not had a speaker? When, Zeus?
I can't think of it.
And then you got Leaky Cheeks and and Dry the Junk Jim Jordan. Yeah, Dry Trump's junk, wanting to be in the position. We will never have anything if either one of them become the Speaker of the House. We might as well put a deaf and mute person in that position if we gonna put them in there, because at the end of the day, Leaky Cheeks and Drive the Junk Trump Jordan, they just not gonna do right. They not for bipartisanship. They not for the American people. They're for themselves.
Yeah.
They don't want Biden to have anything accomplished, and they will let this country burn down rather than say, hey, we came together and worked with this man to get something done for the American people.
Absolutely. Get
I'm sick of Leaky Cheeks and Drive the Junk Trump Jordan. It's getting ridiculous. And then let's talk about Shane.
Let's talk about Shane Jenkins.
You know they gonna probably lie and say the man was swatting a fly, and that's how he broke the window to the Capitol. You know they ain't gonna say he broke it to get in. He was swatting a fly, Zeus, so that it would not land on another supporter. He was doing a good deed. He wasn't trying to break that window. He was swatting a fly.
Come on.
Take the time back, Zeus. The man was doing a good act of being a good humanitarian.
That's what they gonna say while he's in the jail cell?
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna pick it. And I'm gonna say, take that time from Shane because he was doing a great deed. And that's how I'm gonna say it. You think that sounds convincing?
To MAGA, yes. Because they think they're political prisoners.
Listen, they will be saying that later on today, that the man was swatting a fly. Because you know they run with everything that sounds good to them.
Absolutely.
But
because
I don't understand how the people are prisoners when they got their iPads.
Yeah. Explain that, man.
I've never gone to visit somebody in jail and they had an iPad.
No.
So
explain how they have all this information and they still make these decisions.
And listen, they up in there like they at the library. They living good in prison. And these other folks can't even they got to sneak a cell phone under their pillow. But these folks got their iPads and everything, probably FaceTime and Marjorie Taylor Greene, telling about her toes and stuff. And, and then, they got to get in touch with Lauren Boebert. She probably on there doing sex calls and stuff, while her boyfriend's groping her next to the bed. It's just getting ridiculous. I ain't forgot about her all up in there flogging the log of that man that she with, and he over there groping her.
Oh my God. There's nothing I can say you can bring up about MAGA that doesn't disgust me. I'm going to be honest with you.
Listen, Bruce. They are like birth control. You don't want them, you ain't going to get them, and you ain't trying to have them. MAGA is birth control to the United States. We don't want anything to do with them, and they are birth control. So we just going to call them little BC, little birth control. That's their new name. MAGA is the new birth control. Lil BC. We're going to call them Lil BC.
Listen, where you get this stuff from? It always makes my day every time you get up in here and you serve what you've been cooking, Takesha.
You never know who needs a laugh, so I just try to give them one.
Well, I really do appreciate it. You have no idea how much I and the rest of the world appreciates what you do, all right?
All right, sweetie. Y'all enjoy your day.
You're going to be here later, right?
Listen, I'm going to be just like them charges Trump got. I ain't going nowhere.
When you're right, you're right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Sister Takesha. All right, we got to sing happy birthday, in 45 minutes? So let's try to get through as many of you as we can before we wrap up this lovely live. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you see the format of the show. No lies detected. I'm not here to play games with these folks out here. You're over 18. You're supposed to be an adult. I don't got to spend any of my effort to get you to accept what's true. I'm not having those conversations in the morning show. It's too early for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dark Nutty.
Listen. I don't tell people how to run their lives,
Mm-hmm.
but I gave you one specific rule when it comes to me, and you
Oh,
broke it.
what was that?
Never bring me up behind Takesha. Ever.
Well, the good thing is, I'm the captain of this ship, and
No,
you're
no, no,
not.
no, no, no,
I'm
no. Listen. I'm glad to see you got your platform back. It's nice to feel like we're at home again.
right. I
So
mean, I felt at home with April and Shay. Listen,
yeah, of course,
I
of
went over
course.
there and I said, "Can we just move the couch over here? And can you move the painting right here? Right? It's like home wherever I go. You know."
All right. Well, anyways, it's good to see you back on your platform.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Jim Jordan, I actually hope he does become House Speaker.
Oh.
And let me tell
Oh.
you why. It will cause some pain to us here in the United States,
Mm.
but haven't we gotten used to pain anyway? We've dealt with MAGA for the last what 9, 10 years, so
Yeah.
we've gotten used to pain. So we
Yeah.
so the saying is the darkest part of night is right before day.
Mm-hmm.
So if Jim Jordan becomes Speaker, that's our darkest part of the night because
You think so?
daytime is right around the corner. If Jim Jordan becomes Speaker, that means that the maggots, as we know it, are self-imploding. Well, we already know they're self-imploding,
Yeah.
and that means if Jim Jordan becomes Speaker,
Right.
maybe you'll finally get your steaks from Snuggles, which we know that's never going to happen. That's never going
You
to
think
happen.
so?
Oh no, no, no! I know so. I know so.
What do you think Jim Jordan is going to do that's going to help get us to the point where Snuggles cashes me out on those steaks? And Snuggles, if you're listening, I do want my steaks. I want them. I wanted them months ago.
Snuggles is never paying you those steaks, no matter what. The only way Snuggles pays you those steaks is if
Mm.
Trump actually gets back in the White House, and we know that ain't happening.
Right.
So that's the
Mm.
only way Snuggles pays you those steaks. But here's the deal. Here's the deal, Zeus. Here's the deal. Because I'm in a giving mood. I'm in a giving mood.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
So
Dark Knight.
so I I'm going after the election when Joe Biden is reelected. You know what I'm gonna do for you, Zeus?
What's that?
I'm gonna buy you that steak dinner.
Oh! I mean, you don't have to.
Well,
You
no,
don't
no,
have
no.
to.
I don't have to. I don't have to. I don't. The only thing I
But it
have to.
would show that we're winning, right? If
The
I was
only.
eating a steak.
Let me make it clear. The only thing that I have to do is stay black and die. That's the only two
Mm.
things that I have to do. so, so I'm doing it because I want to. Because I want to show Snuggles
Mm.
how accountability is being had. I don't know why I have to show him because it's being proven right now. Look at this Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
He's over there, he's being held accountable, and all y'all do is cry and whine and you say you're winning. If that's winning, then I'm glad I'm not part of that team because that's not the
Yeah.
type of winning that I want to do.
Yeah.
So
Winning
so
felonies.
from here on out, if any Democrat ever loses an election, I'm just going to claim election fraud because all these maggots who have been convicted with felony convictions, I'm going to say they went and voted, and you can't
Mm.
vote with felony convictions.
Mm.
So if any Democrat ever loses another election again, it's automatic election fraud.
Thank
So
you.
so we're going to say because we don't believe that dead people vote like they do. See,
Right.
if we're going to make an accusation, it's going to be an accusation that can really be proven, like maggots voting, even though they have felony convictions. Because we
Right.
already know that the same people who claim that uh, my my dead Auntie Maria voted, they're the ones that cast her vote.
Oh, they're the ones that are committing the fraud.
I mean, time and time again, how many times have people have already been sentenced? Well, they got slaps on the wrist. But yeah,
Yeah.
like you always say, every MAGA accusation is a MAGA confession.
And that's really true.
It is so true, 100%. I heard my bell, so we haven't heard Brother Anthony in here for a while, so I have to just, send a shout out to Itchy Banks. And I will say this as I'm leaving: MAGA is the modern day Confederacy. And with that being said, y'all have a beautiful day. And happy birthday,
All
Miss
right.
Takesha and Shay and all of you wonderful people out there.
All right. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Dark Nutty. No lies detected. It's not that hard, ladies and gentlemen, to get in the box and tell the truth. All right. All right. We're gonna go a different direction. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. I know.
Whoa! Thank you for the booze. Awesome. Awesome. Order in the court. Order in the court.
All right.
Hello, Nutty.
Yes.
Hello,
Yes.
everybody.
Yes. Yes, Snuggles. Tell me why I shouldn't drop you from this box. Because you know the format. No lies detected. I don't want to
Right.
hear anything unity. I don't want to hear anything unity because we don't believe it.
Yes.
We
Yes.
feel like you lied to us.
Right. Right. Well, Mr. Crossings, is Donald Trump in jail? Yes or no? Exactly.
Like I said to you, every time you ask that ridiculous question, he's close. You want to know how close, Snuggles? He's this close, Snuggles. That's your defense? Is Donald Trump in jail? Imagine you go into the courtroom and Donald Trump goes in there and he's sitting in the defendant seat. Your Honor, is Donald Trump in jail? You think that's going to stop those wheels of justice from turning? Snuggles, cut it out. Let's bring up our next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now listen, I know people say they don't like to follow up with what Snuggles said, but I'm going to, we're going to have to bring up people. All right, Dark Cece, welcome. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, Bobby. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Wait a minute. I'm not talking. Okay.
Yeah. What's going on with your sound?
Okay, is this better?
That's way better.
Okay, yeah, I had my speaker on. That's the only
Okay.
way I can hear my handsome, humble, and honest friend.
That's me. Guilty as charged.
I also have a birthday. I'm another Libra baby.
Oh, your birthday today?
Mine is on Sunday.
Wow, we got 4 birthdays today. I don't know if I got enough in the bank for all of you. I'm gonna have to do something I don't normally do. I'm gonna have to. I might have to pray on it, Cece. But we will celebrate your birthday. All right.
Okay, buddy. I appreciate
You've done so much for us.
I want to say this. You're an inspiration to a lot of these hosts out there.
What do you mean?
Honey, they are trying to be like you, and it's just not happening.
What? Cece, come on now.
Honey, listen to me. There's a certain someone that's got these damn dollar store glasses with a head of hair that looks like he just come out of a bottle of Crisco oil. and using them little bitty mushroom hands to display for us.
I can tell it really does crack you up. I can tell that. It cracks you up, doesn't it,
yes,
Cece?
It does. I sit back and I just laugh and I laugh and I laugh. I'm like, you want to be Zeus so bad. He wants to be you so bad. It's really sad, you know.
Yeah, we're talking about Snuggles. I know you're talking about Snuggles.
Oh no,
He takes my show.
No, I'm not talking about him.
Oh, there's another person out there?
You know it is.
Woo!
Come on, listen to what I say. Greasy hair, dollar store sunglasses.
HVAC?
Yes.
I got two people out here trying to bite my style.
Yes, it's HVAC.
Okay, Snuggles, HVAC. Listen up. Don't be a photocopy. Be yourself.
Listen, Snuggle. Listen.
Don't be a photocopy. Be yourself.
Listen, Snuggle. No, I can't even. No, Snuggle. There, you're trying, Snuggle. You failed. You failed horribly.
Oh,
and,
okay.
HVAC. You're on your way down too. You'll never be like our Zeus. You will never be like our. Any of you. You will never be like our Zeus.
Thank you, Cece, for making that very crystal clear to MAGA. Tell them.
You're certainly welcome, and it's good to see you back on your platform, buddy.
All right. And it's good to see you. I hope you're staying so that we can celebrate and sing happy birthday to you at the end of the show.
I always stay in, buddy. You have a good day.
Keep it clean now. Keep it clean. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Cece.
I'll do my best, babe.
No lies detected. It seems like folks are starting to wisen up and see there's a lot of imitators out here trying to steal the sauce. Listen, I could give you the recipe, but you wouldn't know how to cook it like me. Okay, so cut it out. You think I got here just because I woke up one day and I said, you know what, this might work? No, this is hard work and dedication on display. All right, you can't wake up and be Zeus. You're not willing to take the arrows that Zeus takes, all right? Listen, not a lot of people are able to give people the truth the way that I do and then at the same time be friends, right? Because, you know, it takes a certain kind of special person to do that. You got to be Triple H. All right, we're going to go swerving in this direction, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, the beautiful Shay. How are you?
I am fantastic. How is everyone?
Oh, we're doing good. Listen,
Yay. Oh, trying to get this thing unattached. Okay, here we go. Hey. All right. So here's what, and you guys had a blast hosting you yesterday, and I know April enjoyed it. It's so fun. It's just been so fun. Oh my goodness.
I might do that periodically. I actually like being a guest and doing the show. I think that's kind of fun, to be quite honest.
I love it. Oh, that would be awesome. And yeah, give everyone a chance who wants to host you. I think that would be so fun. So fun. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, it gave me the taste of hosting a live again. It's been a long time, so that was fun. I stayed on afterwards, and it was a good time. Awesome. But so what I wanted to talk about is, I made a video about it. Can somebody explain to me why it's okay for this man that you keep supporting to say that Hamas and Hezbollah are smart? Donald Trump in a speech basically said that the Republicans should not be supporting Israel. They should be supporting Palestine. He condemned Netanyahu because Netanyahu didn't help him in his assassination of Soleimani, and he backed out on him. But honestly, what happened there is he was upset at Netanyahu because Netanyahu was one of the first world leaders to congratulate Joe Biden on his victory. And so he's a petty child and a narcissist. Okay. So now Netanyahu and he aren't friends because of that. And yeah, anyone surprised? No, not at all. And so here he is on the world stage, confusing the fact that Biden is actually in the White House because he kept saying Obama, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
For some reason, he just can't get over Obama. I mean, he just can't. He thinks he ran against him in 2016. He thinks he's currently in office. I'm sorry, who's the dementia patient? I'm just curious.
Tell him she.
Right? And then, so So what happened? Because I thought Republicans were strongly backing Israel. What happened? That's what I want to know. I want to know why y'all keep supporting this guy, because now he thinks that terrorists, extremists that you're so concerned with that are flooding into the southern border all of a sudden because Biden's in charge, right?
Here we
So
go with that.
he thinks that they're smart, okay? He thinks terrorists are smart. And then he thinks that you need to back Palestine, which, listen, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I understand people backing Palestine versus Israel. That's a whole different historical and reasoning discussion. But my point is I thought the Republicans, i.e. the white evangelical church members, are so pro-Israel. In fact, that's why he did the whole thing about moving the embassy to Jerusalem to appease the evangelical group that voted him into office and to keep their vote. No matter how many women he grabbed and fornicated with and all those wonderful things outside of this marriage. No matter the morals that he didn't have, nope, they were going to vote for him because he was going to support Israel, therefore supporting Jesus's eventual return to the Holy Land, right?
Oh, that part.
Yeah, you know all that part, right? And so, but now he doesn't support Israel, and now he thinks terrorists are smart. So help me out, Republicans. I'm just curious. Are you still going to support this man now?
Snuggles, Janae, I know they're in here, wherever they're at.
What happened?
Please speak up.
Yeah. Do you think Jesus is standing aside and getting a little shoulder massage now?
Doozy, what does he call himself? The conservative Democrat? Where are you?
Oh, God, that guy. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That guy.
Where's the guy out? Poppy Chulo or Chulo Poppy, whatever.
Yeah.
Answer the question.
Hey,
why when we ask questions, we don't get any answers?
Yeah.
What did you say, Street? If he gets 91 convictions, I'm still going to support him. Streets, cut it out.
Streets, you're a racist. Go away. Street, nobody wants to talk to you. All right. You as bad as Scalise. Give me a break. All right.
Oh no, we keeping the door to the floor.
I tell you, I have no F's to give, my friend. None whatsoever. All right, my friend. Thank you so much. I just wanted to ask that question. And everybody have a fantastic day. And thank you, Swervin. Yes, my birthday was October 3rd. And yes, we did celebrate it already on this channel. So happy birthday to everybody. We're celebrating today. Love you, brother. I'll see you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a beautiful round of applause to the beautiful Shay. Oh, wrong button, wrong one. Hold on. I see there's some dissension in the comment section from Donald Trump and his supporters. Listen up, MAGA. You don't have to be here. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave.
All right. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva. How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah. You're coming in through very loud and clear.
Awesome. So it's a fantastic, funky Friday. We're going to celebrate. Absolutely. Seems very, very exciting, and I am here for it. Hope everybody is having a good day, regardless of the MAGAs out there trying to, rain on our parade. But, we don't have that kind of thing. We don't have it. We don't stand for it. But, I was I was looking through X or whatever, right? Came across this tweet from Booger Sugar Trump Jr., right?
Oh,
and so
the one who left that white stuff in the White House.
Right, the one that's been snorting it in everywhere in the White House. I'm quite sure he had every four corners. He was in every four corners doing his thing. But anyway, so he goes on to say that, there's a tweet, I'm gonna read it. To everyone out there who after this week's atrocities finally understand what our Second Amendment is all about and went out there to buy guns and ammo, don't stop there. Get yourself some training. There are tons of great patriotic local small businesses who can teach you to be proficient and safe. Also, once you start training, there's a 99.9% chance you'll love it. Bring your kids, teach them too, so they'll understand and learn. You'll thank me later.
What?
So this is from yesterday, right?
Wow.
And I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, Booger Sugar, that Booger Sugar done boogered your brain out. You know what I mean? Because basically what he's trying to say is that he want to get folk ready for a quote unquote civil war, right?
Oh my God.
So, MAGA, y'all ain't gonna win, man. Y'all failed miserably at January 6th. You fat, lazy, and tired, and sweaty, and smelling like old, 12-year-old poodles. They ain't been washed in 12 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They keep acting like they ready to go to battle.
Because they know they not gonna win at the voting booths. You know what I'm saying? The ballot box is gonna kick their natural behind.
Snuggles, how fast do you run the mile, Snuggles? Let's just be honest. How fast can you run a mile?
He can't go nowhere. He can barely run in his refrigerator or his toilet or wherever. He can't go. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I mean, you guys are ridiculous. And Booger Sugar, I don't know what kind of influence he think he trying to. I don't know what's
going on is
right.
They're watching all the bank accounts get bled dry because Letitia James she's like a kid in a candy store. She's taking whatever she want out of that, right? She's getting anything she want. What do you want, Letitia? You want Trump Towers? Go ahead, take it.
Yeah.
You want Ivanka's property? Go ahead, take
right.
it. Donald Trump losing it. Don Jr. losing. They can't even go fishing out here.
Hey, anybody heard from Melania? Anybody? Anybody out there?
Heard from? I haven't. Have you?
I mean, last I heard, she.
Good morning.
She was in somebody's.
Melania don't want none of this. She don't.
I don't know, but she hasn't said a word, at all. And
what can Melania say with all this stuff being brought to the light about her husband?
I know, if I was her, I know I heard my bell, but I'm gonna tell you real quick. If I was her, I'd be like, you know what? I'm out of here. And that is exactly what I would say.
And move mine to my account. I'll be
right, because he's Letitia James is going to put him in the poorhouse.
Yeah.
So what else can she do? But just make a public statement and say, I am gone, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm out. But yeah, so love you, Zeus. I'll see you later around the kingdom and whatnot. Hopefully you do it later on, Closet of Truth later. I always enjoy those.
All right, I might do that. All right, so we can get real conversations out of these folks. All right,
exactly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up.
See you later.
All right, you too. Let's give it up to Miss Boss Diva. No lies detected. All right, many people. I hear people saying, Zeus. You're being mean to MAGA. All you're doing is spewing hate and lies on your platform. But I want to make sure MAGA understands why me and my beautiful friends out here, my wonderful friends, do these lives day in and day out. Because the days of being nice to Donald Trump and MAGA are truly over. All right? We cannot be nice to MAGA anymore when it comes to the truth. And the gloves are off, right?
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
Right. And that's how we talk when we talk this politics stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We talk with the gloves off and the jar open. Good morning, Miss Tiffany. Welcome. How are you doing?
Hi, Juicy Zeusy with the truthy.
Ooh.
Okay, listen, first of all, Zeus, you better acknowledge me in the comments. I saw you ignored me today.
I said hello when you first came in.
You did? You did?
Yeah, but you were so busy saying hi to all your friends. You're quite popular.
Thanks. I try, just secondary.
I mean, when you turned your camera on those couple of times, I think you stole at least 20% of my friends. And so, yeah, maybe you're just so popular you don't hear little old Zeus anymore.
You know, I do. And what? Okay, first of all, what happened? Why did you get?
Oh, it was my modem actually. So if anybody is
Oh,
having problems like that, start with the modem. I checked the phone, attacking. He yelled at me. He said, "Zeus, get a new phone." I said, "It's the best phone that you can get."
well,
It wasn't the phone.
if it shoots out green text, I would really argue.
Cut it out.
Okay, first of all, I liked how you ran over all the holidays. Ladies, free the nipple today. I love it because every day for me is no bra season and the holiday. Okay, because us ladies are sexy over here. Fellas, settle down. It's not for you. Okay, relax.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
And second,
Well, you wasn't doing that for us.
no, not everything women do is for men. I know that's
Oh,
hard
no,
to
this
realize.
is true.
Okay,
That is true.
it's about comfort. Okay. Secondly, did you do the car engine? Did I miss it?
I haven't done the car engine thing. I haven't.
I was waiting for it.
People are asking you to turn your camera on. Look at your fans are in there going, please.
Oh my goodness. I don't look that cute today, guys. I have a hat on. It's cold here. I do have my Kamala tee on.
100,000 trillion. Oh my God.
So Zeus, I wanted to first say, and happy birthday to Shay and Takesha and everybody. If I missed anybody, sorry.
Wow.
I just want to say too, I've thought about this since 2020, but what do you think the Trump starter pack looks like? Because I have a few opinions about the stumpy dumpy Trumpy.
Definitely 15 seasons of The Apprentice. Definitely.
I missed that one.
Yeah. Available for download. All right. I mean, I would maybe on DVD. I don't know if they still sell those packages, but definitely that's the part that you got to have because that radicalizes you.
Oh, Southern she said a gut.
What else? You definitely got to have a Bible. You got a Bible in there?
So that's also, I wrote a few things down. Okay, trailers. Okay, with the roof coming off. Again, it's giving trailer park. Lifted trucks and or lemons, like with the dusty engines you were talking about. SDE, if you guys don't know what that is, MAGA, look it up. SDE, short energy.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, that sounds phenomenal.
And Karen's white ladies, it's giving MAGA white women, Lauren Boebert, it's giving DCE, dry, coochie, energy.
Go ahead.
No dental plan. Well, the healthcare struggle is real, but still. But also, reading level at 4th grade.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Overall, just not reading. Lack of literacy.
Yeah.
Oh, voting against their own interests.
Oh, tell them.
And then Blue Lives Matter sticker, backing the blue only when it doesn't back white supremacy.
Oh, boom. Oh, wow. No lies detected.
Not picture books. Right.
Ivermectin. Someone put ivermectin. Wow. Yeah. You see what you look like, MAGA? She's not lying. These folks aren't lying. Keep on putting more in the comment section so they can see what they look like to us.
It's giving receding. I was going to ask you really quick before I hop off though. What do you think, if any, for the younger generations? Like we see Gen Z doing a lot of really amazing and pivotal things in elections, right? So what do you think the MAGA, like what do you think the younger demographic of MAGA is going to be as far as the amount versus the Gen Z turnout? Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's decreasing.
It's decreasing, right?
Yeah. It's significantly decreasing because there's too much information out here for folks to be able to get away and say they didn't know. All right. And so there's going to be a subset of the population, in my opinion, that is going to remain willfully ignorant. All right. And those are the people that they're dwindling out because I don't think a lot of women find that attractive.
No, we don't. at all.
They don't. That's just how I see the things. You know, people, to me, you're going to default to your primitive nature. Eventually, you might, want to, have a partner or procreate or do whatever. And a lot of people are going to be like, I want to have a person in my life that is actually, promoting things that promote what what I stand for and what I want my future to be like. And if they don't see there's a future with you, they're going to cut you off.
Exactly. So I agree. I don't want to be like Nutty with his 22 pages and overstay my welcome. Okay.
Oh,
But
okay,
I
no,
will
no.
just leave this here. Okay. I'm about to go make a roast on this chilly fall day.
Oh,
And this spicy kingdom, we're always ready to roast you, MAGA. Okay.
hey!
And don't forget the seasoning. Okay. Along with the broth, the rosemary, the thyme. I have time to roast you like I have time to make this.
Tell them, Tiffany. Tell them. All right.
Love you guys. Have a good day.
All
And
right.
Zeus,
We love you too.
if you ever want me to host too, I would love to do that also.
I mean, we can put that into rotation. I don't mind doing a show on your platform either. Listen, it helps me to feel more comfortable doing what I do as practice. So I appreciate those opportunities.
Yeah, it's good to be a guest for once,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right, bye, guys.
ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Tiffany. No lies detected. All right, that's what we do. All right, if you want to lie and be led by Satan, sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, because you won't be in this box spreading that nonsense. Nope, not at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to bring up another birthday for the great.
What's up, brother? How you doing, brother? I'm good, my man. I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Okay, so thanks for spreading the truth as usual, my man. It's always an honor to be in the kingdom.
Yes,
And
sir.
I make sure I wipe my feet before I enter the door.
Oh, they said they can't hear you. They can't hear you.
All right, hold on.
You might have to drop and then come back. Somebody said, they're saying the noise hurts.
Is that better?
That's better.
Okay. Like I said, thanks for allowing me in the kingdom and dropping the truth, my man. And I always
Right.
wipe my feet before I enter your door.
Oh, wait,
I just
wait.
want
They
to
said
tell.
they can't hear me. They can't hear Zeus. Wait a second. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, all right, let's go.
All right, man. But yeah, I just
Max
want to
Tanner,
MAGA.
greetings. Huh?
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. So you from the Bay Area, right?
Absolutely.
So you know who Iceberg Slim is, right?
I've heard of him, yes.
Yeah,
I don't follow him.
you know the line of business he was in, right?
I can't speak on it.
Exactly. so exactly. So what's understood doesn't need to be explained. That's,
Bingo.
that's what Trump is doing, man. That's what he's doing to his supporters right there. That's exactly what he's doing. People are
Hey,
compromising.
last time I spoke on that, they took my live down, so that's why I gotta keep it clean. But I didn't
No,
speak on his. I didn't speak on his. I just spoke on it in general.
me is likewise for educational purposes only. But like I said, man, that's exactly what he's doing to his supporters, man. You got people compromising their morals and every being to support a man that doesn't align with them at all. And that's what perplexes me as
Yeah.
someone that looks at the candidates and like, how can you support such a man? You know,
Mm,
he doesn't align with, all these people, God, country, and, honor. And he doesn't
yeah.
align with any of that. You know what I mean?
No. He
Uh,
has nothing in common with his supporters.
at all. None of them can go to Mar-a-Lago and even pick up trash, let alone golf. So, I
Nope.
mean, and before he ran for his presidency, I wonder if he even knew what middle America was or the unforgotten man. You know what I mean? So,
That part.
yeah. So, supporters, y'all, I know y'all smarter than that. So, like I said, find the truth. It's here. We laying it down where the goats can get it.
Mm.
All you gotta do is just take it, man. That's all you gotta do.
Amen.
That's all you gotta do, man. So, like I said, Donald Trump won't be the president again. Those are
Nope.
those are facts. That's a fact. You know what I mean? So, like I said, don't put your money on a horse that ain't gonna win. That's the best advice I can give you.
No lies detected.
So that being said, I love how this fake news is what they want to pick. You know what I mean? And I'll leave it at that. If it's all fake, then how can you tell us about the things that's going on in the world and have convictions about it? You're getting it from somewhere.
Exactly.
But thank you, brother. And keep
All
on the
right,
fight.
you're gonna be able to come back up in about 6 minutes, right?
Yes, sir. No doubt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give for the great a round of applause. Got a nice full house. Yeah, you're right, attacking. There's a lot of angry people out there, especially on the right, because even though they say they're winning, we see them for what they are. They're losers. MAGA, you're a bunch of losers. All right? And you need to wear your badge with honor. It's okay to lose. Sometimes you play a game and you lose. But if you were really trying to be a winner, like you're trying to say, you would actually do the work that it takes to be a winner. All right? And a lot of the stuff that's going on that you're complaining about, the problem isn't what you think it is. The problem is a lot closer. The problem is actually you. Queen Flea, exactly. You're being taken advantage of, MAGA. That's why you're upset. Snuggles is not angry. Trump is not in jail. LOL, Trump will be speaker. You see? Snuggles, you just made a bunch of Trump supporters angry because that lie that you just told right there, you got them upset because they agreed with that. They agreed that that's what is going to happen, but unfortunately, that will never happen. And the more you lie to your friends, Snuggles, I'm going to be real honest with you. The more you lie to your friends, the worse your friendship will be with those people. Because at some point, when this all comes crashing down and Donald Trump is sitting in jail, you know what they're going to say? They're going to look at you, Snuggles, and they're going to say, why did you lie to us when Zeus was telling us the truth the whole time? All right, let's bring up another panelist. All right. Who do we got? The real My Pillow. All right. How you doing, friend? How you doing?
How you doing there, Zeus?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am doing just fine. I'm glad we got the real Zeus out here. I have seen fake Zeuses out on these TikTok lives here.
So there's some fake Zeus stuff going on out here?
Yes, there is. There is.
Let's speak on it because this is a matter of utmost importance in the kingdom. I definitely will not be tolerating photocopiers. Anybody out there photocopying Zeus? I'm coming for you.
Well, they use the name of Zeus, but not your, profile pic or anything like that. But the names are there. They call themselves Zeus.
Wow.
But they are on the far right, mega right. So.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah.
MAGA, you've reached a new level of low. I mean, is this what it's going to come down to? You're going to start trying to copy me. You're going to start copying the Democrats. You're going to start copying Barack Obama. Isn't Vivek? Didn't we catch him copying Obama with his speech? Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing original. They have nothing original.
I'm waiting for the tan suits to come out now.
You want the tan suit? You want the tan suit?
No,
the
I'm
one
waiting.
like Obama wore.
Yeah, just like Obama. I'm waiting for them to come out with their tan suits. Is what I'm waiting for.
They will.
Yeah.
They will if they can afford to and they can get fitted to do it and try to pull it off. They would do it, but they probably wouldn't even know where to go buy a suit. A lot of these Trump supporters.
I heard that Donald Trump tries to claim that the Constitution don't apply to him as being president.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, that was the lawyers. The lawyers said that in court.
You see this? So what Mike Pence said is true. When Donald Trump asked him to put him above the Constitution on that day of January 6th, it's true. You see that, MAGA?
Yeah.
This is why I don't respect MAGA. because they don't respect the Constitution.
Yeah.
Right?
See, even the comments are saying it. Yeah, he said that. See?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's like President Biden says, you know.
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election.
Right?
yes, and but they always bring up the 2A. They always bring up the 2A, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they try to do, and they don't even know what that means.
Right.
Like Tiffany said, most of them haven't made it past the 4th grade.
And you know, and I do have lumpy pillows too, so I just want
to. Well, don't get triggered, all right? Don't get triggered, all
no,
right?
no, I try not to. So, and Trump owes me hundreds of millions of dollars. So,
oh, he does.
Yes, and
I
I am broke. I can't pay my lawyers. I have no money.
Well, listen, I'm pretty sure you will get it right after Letitia James gets hers, all right? Just get in line and keep waiting, all right?
Thanks for letting me up there, Zeus.
You're welcome. Anytime. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the real My Pillow. All right, let's give it up to once again, ladies and gentlemen, no lies detected. All right, now we're going to wrap the show up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we got to sing happy birthday to a few of our family members today in the kingdom. All right, so let me get it all queued up. All right, and I want them to send me a guest request. I know it's Takesha.
Now on YouTube.
All right, Takesha, come on in the box. All right, for the great, come on up. I think it's Grumpy Monk. All right, who else did I miss? Was it UCC? Did you say it was UCC? Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, get those coins out. You know what we do over here on this side of town. Takesha. Oh, we even get the face reveal. Jordan. All right. CC, yes. All right, we got Grumpy Monk, who's been with me since day one. All right, are we ready? Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? All right, going once, going twice, let's go. I heard it was somebody's birthday. I heard it was somebody's birthday. Hey! Today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud. Hey. Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday, we gon' turn it out. Gotta throw a party, get it lit and wild out. Cut the cake and we gon' say happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy birthday to you. Yeah, get a cake, blow the candles like a kiss. Throw a party, everybody bringing gifts. Got a new outfit and it's lit. Best day of the year you can't miss. My friends coming in. And my parents raise my allowance. I'm jumping around. Yeah, up and down. Hey, happy birthday, we gon' sing it now. Yeah, today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud. Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday, we gon' turn out. Party, get lit and wild out. Cut the cake and we gon' say happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. Yeah, happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. You're so
All love. Appreciate
special.
it, Zeus. Appreciate the kingdom. Happy birthday to all the family.
Happy
Libra gang.
birthday.
Libra gang.
Happy birthday to all the Libras.
Thank
We balance everything. It's about us.
Right. Let's go!
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah! Happy birthday!
Thank you, Brother Zeus. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Zeus. That's what we call, ladies and gentlemen, taking care of family business. Now,
What's
Hey,
up?
let's
y'all.
start from the top and work our way down. What do you got planned for today? Or
Oh,
on your birthday, I should say.
now I'm going to turn up, man. That's it.
Oh, turn it up!
I'm going to turn
It's
up.
Friday. That's what I like to hear. Party safe, all right? Party
Yes,
safe.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Takesha. What are you going to be doing on your
I
special
don't know,
day?
Zeus, because every plan I had fell through, so I'm just going to have to go ahead and light you up.
Oh, I thought you were going to get those pipes taken care of, right?
I
Wow.
changed my mind, Zeus.
Keep
Oh,
it
you
clean.
found Jesus.
I
I got
changed
it.
my mind.
I
I'll
got
roll
it.
the
All
ruler.
right. Well, Grumpy Mom. Thank you, Takesha. Grumpy Mom. What are you going to do?
Well, it's Friday. You know what we do on Friday?
Oh.
We gotta turn it up.
Oh, we going to turn
Yes,
it up
sir.
again.
You only turn 51 once, right?
Salute.
What's
All
up,
right.
man?
Stay with you, Grumpy Mom. And I respect it. CC.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna
Yeah,
sit. I'm gonna
you
sit here
gonna
with a
that
cup.
blue wing?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna sit here with a couple of my friends tonight and puff puff pass, baby. Puff
Ah,
puff.
yeah. That blue wing. I wish I could.
428 day.
I wish I could turn up with all of you, and I don't do that stuff, CC. But I love to watch you do it and go to where you go. All right, well, listen, Takesha, what you gonna be doing? I gotta get
Listen,
anointed.
Zeus, I canceled Roto-Rooter, and them pipes
Huh?
just gonna have to stay stopped up.
I'm gonna come to California one day, buddy, and we're gonna visit just you and I'm gonna show you the ropes.
Oh,
Don't go nowhere with her.
Keep it
Don't go nowhere with
clean. Keep
her.
it clean.
keep it clean.
Don't go nowhere with her.
Takesha, I love you, girl. You're
Don't go
the
nowhere
best.
with her.
Takesha,
Well, listen up,
Takesha, I'll take you to Cali with me to go see Zeus.
listen.
I'm not fooling with you.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Cut it out, CC. All right, cut it
I
out.
love you all so much. You're
All
the
right.
best. Y'all are
Likewise.
the best.
Likewise.
We love you.
Happy birthday to everyone up here. Grumpy, Takesha, Fur.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday to
Thank you.
all y'all too. I hope
Thank you
y'all have a
guys for
great
all the
day.
gifts, and I appreciate it.
Yeah,
You're the
everybody
best.
has a great birthday.
Thanks everybody. We love you.
I want to also say happy birthday to my mom. We
All
kind of share
right.
the
Happy
same
Happy birthday
day.
to your
birthday,
mom.
So that's what's up.
You raised a
Yeah,
good man. All
There
right.
we
And
I
go.
you
hope
be
so,
proud
man.
of yourself.
Thank you, brother Zeus. Like I said, Libra gang, we in this thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. Libra gang. Woo, woo. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to end the Duke at the run. All right.
All right.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming up
Thank you,
and
All
brother.
right, you
celebrating
guys
your
have a
birthday
great
with us.
one.
Bye
All
bye.
right, you too.
Hi,
All
Zeus.
right.
All
Thank
right.
you, honey.
Thanks for having me up in the kingdom.
You're absolutely welcome. All right. Well, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes this morning's live. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. All right. While we might laugh and sing together like that, ladies and gentlemen, because we're all one big happy family, one thing is for sure, we are all equally committed to the truth. And I thank each and every one of you for helping to make this possible. And again, I want to give a thank you, Rick. I want to really give a special shout out to April. All right, because she definitely made me realize that it's important to keep doing what we do by allowing me to utilize her platform, and Shay as well, and all the others who did. I really think that is one of the greatest acts of humanity I've seen on TikTok. All right, now there's a lot of other great acts, but that was a very kind act because a lot of people wouldn't do that, and I know they wouldn't. I want to also thank all of you who have been sticking with us through all of this. All right. All right, because you didn't have to, but you continue to come in and check in with all of us. All right, I really do appreciate it, and even to the Donald Trump supporters, right? We got our friends Snuggle, Janae, and even though they're off politically, I do know that somewhere deep down, there's a decent human being in these people, because they come to my shows every day and they support me even though they don't agree with me. So I do believe there is hope at the end of the day, despite what a lot of people are saying, despite all the fear that's being circulated. I still believe there's hope. And I would hope that you all have a great rest of your Friday morning. All right. Take care. Have fun. Party safe, ladies and gentlemen. We are out of here.
Who's always the most handsome in the kingdom?
And I really am the handsome. What did you say, Reggie?
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like
Amanda!
Zeus. In the sky
Thank
like
you.
Up like Zeus. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm flying than an eagle and got bread on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new.
Exactly,
Like
April.
a bum. Get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind. I can't handle it. I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You are high risk. Mix on in the mix.
Hell yeah!
This is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the
Let's
dead.
go!
Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your boots. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, but he's such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm like Zeus. When I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Started playing with my move when I'm moving like Zeus.
DJ Sound
Thinking that you're cool till I
Venus,
pull up like
Reggie,
Zeus. I'm in
Amanda,
the sky like you
Nina,
up like Zeus.
Joe.
All rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm living ladies and I'm burning down the roof. You say you wanted facts, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game a rule, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. I'm gonna let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you such a dick. Try to be patient, but you have
Don't be a
views. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus.
How am I looking, Miss Boss Diva?
Like Zeus.
How am I looking?
This is how I sound when I'm
Check me on this side.
This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You're thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like
Have
Zeus.
a great weekend.
I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus.
I just want to buy 11,780 votes.
Oh, you do?
Which is one more than we have.
You do, huh? You're right.
Now mine on the beat, kicking hard like Bruce. Lord Green on the beat.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned,
Let's go, Reggie!
Jackson, he's deranged. 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 Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. Deranged Jack Smith. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater.
Oh!
Hey! With a passion, they'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
What?
Jack Smith.
What?
He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Get out
One charge and
turned it into 36 charges.
Let's go!
And he's a big trumpeter. Openly, he's a trumpeter.
All right.